This is Luis Martin, the art engineer, and welcome to Paper Cuts. I haven't done this in a while because I have been doing a few other things, and I am so excited to let you know about it and invite you over. But before I do that, please press, click, and follow and all that fun stuff that you do in YouTube. As you can hear, I'm listening to Billie Holiday. I needed to listen to something with a little swing. Hopefully I won't get copyright notifications. Anyway, so I've been working on this awesome project, Prompt Weekly, which is actually started by YouTube art family who was like, oh, this would be a great idea, why don't you do this? And I thought about it before, but you know, you can do many things, but unless there's a need for it or a want for it, it's kind of pointless. So Matt, thank you very much. I'm still very grateful that I get to do this fun project, and I know that you're there, I know that Sue's there. I know that there's such great people out there making collages with me, so I really appreciate that. So take a class, email me, let me know if you're interested. It's $5 a class, and all you do is I'm gonna send you a prompt every week. And the difference between that and this is that you kind of get to prepare, right? So some of the classes have been black and white. The prompts have been birdcage. The next one coming up is really exciting. The one happening now is, gee, I don't even remember. There's just so many and it's so exciting. So go to collagedream.com and right at the very top, Prompt Weekly. Join us, it's fun. It's free to participate, but you can buy the class if you want to support this passion project and have tons of fun. One more thing, you can now be part of the Collage Dream community anywhere in the world. Not the collage kits yet. I still don't know how to ship those cheaply. But you can join, and for a membership, you can get access to the members tab in the website. So you have access to selected videos, interviews with some amazing artists, and a jukebox, which is my favorite thing, the music. I have a great collection of music that I've been collecting that comes to me from people like Matt, who's always has some really great music, and other members who are suggesting music. So join in, go to collagedream.com under members, and you can become a member for $10, a digital member, which is fantastic. We're also having meetups. Last week we had our August meetup, and it was just fantastic. We spoke about collaging, we spoke about how to talk about art, and talking about each other's work, which is kind of tricky, right? It's always really important to have people you can do that with. So come on over and join us. Today I want to collage. I have a little something I want to share. I have two magazines. I have next month's Vanity Fair and a Travel and Leisure that I feel like I already opened. This is from June. I subscribe multiple times to these magazines, so bear with. So let's open the Vanity Fair. Don't you just love opening plastic? Like horrible for the environment, I know, sorry. But it just feels so good to unwrap something, that's what I meant. Let's unwrap something. All right, so this is fun, let's just go. Oof. I mean, I'm a sucker for Horizons, so let's just always, as always, what's the number one rule? Just go to what calls your name, call to what, answer the call of beauty. That's beautiful. So I'm in the studio, I have the air conditioner on. As you can tell, I'm sweating already. But the light is shifting. It's already August, and the light in the studio is shifting into its fall lighting, and it's just so beautiful. This is gorgeous. It's kind of pixelized actually. Tom Ford, come on. Not a very good picture. This is beautiful. Oh, look at that. Isn't that the funnest thing you've ever seen? All right. Always look back. Oh, look at this. This is already something that you can make so much of. So you know what? Let's play with this. Wow, this one was ready to go. Oh, look at those colors. How creepy, but how cool. Oh my god, look how brilliant they are. I love them. All right. I think, you know, I'm really drawn to hands, as you can tell. This is a really beautiful image, very surreal. Oh, look at that. You know I love my UFOs. Okay, I think I have enough. I just want to get cutting. Okay, so let me start. So I have something in mind. So I just kind of want to play. I love her, love this, and really love that. So you know what? I think this is gonna be a little hard to cut, but let's play with these guys. Or these gals. What are they? Lamb, sheep? They're just precious. So when I'm doing these prompt weeklies, I'm doing them in silence and I add the music in post-production. I feel so mature. And it's kind of tough because I really love to vibe off music, right? As we artists tend to do. So today I'm like, you know what? I need some Billie Holiday, something I can sway to. I don't know if you can hear it. If you can't, that's good because then I won't get marked. But I'll make sure there's something to go along with this. I love to hear suggestions for music, so if you have music you want to recommend, please do. Oh, I just took out this little ear. That's okay. Okay, so this is really fun. Why do I like this image? Well, aside from the fact that it's so beautiful and so cute, observe the movement, right? There's just so much movement. This direction, that direction, that direction. So when we're making art, that's a really good thing to keep in mind. Where is the eye being drawn to? So check that out when you are choosing your images or putting them together. So this one, because it already has so much going on, it brings a lot to the collage, right? Almost too much really, but that's okay. We'll make it our own. I don't want it to be too recognizable from this ad. And then we want to sell the illusion, so we'll get rid of this over here. Love it. So I'm super happy with this collage prompt weekly because I have been having people participate around the world. So I know that a lot of you are seeing me not only in the US but in other parts of the world, but to actually interact with some of you and just to be able to see your work and how it's developing is just so gratifying. So thank you for sharing. I want to see more. It's just a really fun experience. So look at this. So this is what I wanted to play with. So I make collage kits and I sell them and we send them all over the US for now, just to US. And we have a lot of scraps. And Elvis, who is also a bit of an enabler for my hoarding, was like, hey, do you want to use this? Look at this. He's like, I knew you would like it, yes. Look at all these beautiful strips of colors, right? When we were cutting them into their sizes and choosing what we wanted to put into the collage kits. So this is great, but I will give you a fair warning. It's very easy to put this away and be like, oh, I'm gonna make something really beautiful with this someday. So you don't want to do that. Go through it, use it, or throw it away, because this is an invitation for little dust mites and paper mites, and not a good thing. So keep that in mind. I have to remind myself that because I have so many things that I want to work on. Okay, so I thought, and I'm not an expert on this, I don't have the dexterity for this, but I thought I'd try some paper weaving for this collage. Next month in the Collage Dream memberships page, I'm actually interviewing this amazing artist who weaves paper. Her name is Jimena Schlaffer in Mexico City, and really, really interesting stuff. So I've done it before and it comes out. I'm not into perfection, even if I tried. So I'm just gonna play. That's all I can ask of myself. I'm just gonna play. So I'm taking out the colors that I like, and I'll put my little friends to the side for now. All right, so look what I'm gonna do, or look what I'm gonna try to do. So join me. I hope you have some scraps. I'm sure you do. If not, pause and I'll wait for you. As a matter of fact, I'll have some coffee. You got it? All right, here we go. So these are a little thick. Oh my God, I love Billie Holiday. All right, so I'm just gonna, so the whole thing about weaving paper or anything, right? It's in and out, under. There's more to it, I'm sure. But when it comes to this, we're not gonna go too, you know, we're not gonna get too demanding. We're just gonna play, and what we're looking for here is this color, right? We're gonna play with color. So that's already kind of fun, yeah? Yeah. So it'd be fun to play with the widths of the strips. Part of me wishes I would have had a nice voice so I could sing, because I just, doesn't music just do something to you? But I'm singing with my hands. So let's do this. Let's sing with our hands. Shall we? Love that. I have this guy. So I like the idea of kind of layering them up. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna start in the middle. I was gonna spread it out a little bit more evenly, but I think if we do something like this, then look how fast that becomes something, right? So let me lean in that direction. Look how fun that is. So don't worry about how the heck we're gonna keep it together just yet. We'll worry about that later. Actually, that would have been a really good technical question to ask my artist friend. How does it stay together? Well, actually, it stays together because they're woven together, right? They support each other. Oh my God. I just got it. It's like a network, you guys. We support each other. Oh. See, I mean, the levels of wisdom that comes with creating art. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just glue some of this down because I just want to get something going here. And if it's a little crooked, it's a little bit crooked. Now, because this isn't gonna be the subject of my collage, it's just a component, it does not have to be perfect. And I don't think you'll ever hear me say that anything has to be perfect, right? But I know it's a tendency. Okay, that's cool. Let's play a little bit more. That's a beautiful color. What else do we have in here? We're looking for contrast, right? As always. Oh, this is kind of cool because it has black and white. Actually, there's a few of those that I might just be inclined to use because they're kind of fun. Oh, you see? That's kind of cool. Let me use that. I love that it creates its own. That's cool. Okay, I might have glued it to the paper already, so that's fine. I'm just gonna go with it, you guys. Okay. That's good. So there. This is my woven element for my collage. I did it because I glued myself into a corner. So this will be my weaving component, but I'm going to show you how I can continue to layer it so it looks like there's more to it than just what I've already done. Remember, there's that $10 word, trompe-l'oeil. Does anyone know what that means? Trivia, $10 word, trompe-l'oeil. Fooling the eye, right? We're fooling the eye so to look like weaving when it's actually not. So look at that. Clouds go a long way. Yes, right there. So this is super cool. Now let's invite our little friends back. Oh, this is so cool. Maybe I want to put this here. Yes. See, this is, I'm telling you, you will do good with your scraps if you use them. They won't do anything, just hiding in your attic or under your bed. Look how happy they are. Oh, maybe I like it better this way. Okay, something is definitely happening here. I want to show you that I also cut this off because this would be interesting to cut into arrays and maybe put them, but I really like where this is going. So let me get a white piece of paper as our substrate. So I like to use Bristol vellum just because it's really thick and it will take wet medium. So if you're ever, oh, there's a collage. If you're ever using thick markers or decide to paint on your collages, this paper will do well. Okay. Oh wow, check that out. You know what, maybe our little friends don't even need THRE. Let's play. I thought the rock was kind of cool, but oh my goodness. Talking about the rock, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to what I watch. You have to be careful what you put into your psyche, right? But I watched the silliest movie the other day called River Cruise. It's a Disney movie, but it was so silly and it was so fun. If you want a silly time where you don't have to worry about much, watch it. It's kind of silly. Someone posted on Instagram that they watched it, and this person's very carefree and very, you know, they live in a different world, which I appreciate. And I thought, well, if they endorse it, let me check it out. And it was so fun. I had a drink. I was playing with my tarot cards and just looking at them and watching. I mean, it was just fun. So if you want a little moment to escape, check it out. Yes, this is it, my friends. Okay. I mean, also, this just became super interesting on its own, right? Maybe our friends want to go live somewhere else. Gosh. Okay, you know what? This might be a 2 collage episode because look what happens. Isn't that fun? Okay, so what are we gonna do? Let's go back to our clippings. So this is what happens, right? I haven't done this vlog in a while, so now I'm giving you 2 videos for one. I've been doing the collage happy hour, and that's been so fun because people are responding in real time, and I love that. If you guys are able to tune in, we are live usually every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, New York time. And just, you know, people come through and it's just such fun. Such fun. Since we can't get together in person, it's nice to be able to get together in virtually. This is kind of cool. Oh, my record stopped. I'm listening to Billie Holiday via record or via vinyl. Okay, so this is cool. I love that. And also, the fun thing about doing these prompt weeklies is I can use music that I don't have a license to. I can say bad words. And I can use naughty images, which I would not be able to do on Instagram. I mean, nothing pornographic, but as artists, we should have the freedom to explore the body or things of life, and that's not quite what corporate wants, right? So another reason to join our little project. Oh, this is cuter. Cuter? Is that a word? Look at that. That's so fun. You know what? I'll tell you why I'm not liking it. Because they're fluffy, there is this blue aura around them, so I don't like that. I mean, it's fine. Maybe if I put it against something like this, because there's already that blue hue. And I'll cover her face just because I don't want to. That's cool. Okay. See how that kind of blends in? And the reason I bring up saying bad words, because I just want to say, oh, it's a shit show. Which is a fun place to be sometimes, because, you know, there's only one way to go after that. That's cool. But let's not forget our strips. Ooh, yes. That's kind of fun. I love the geometry here. Okay. This might be a really long episode, actually, so go get your coffee. So it's important to have a trash can, just so you don't get overwhelmed. So if you're not using something, throw it away. But I will say, this is a pro tip number 79500. Don't put your trash can next to your table, put it under your table, because too many times have things rolled over and fallen into the trash can without me noticing, and there went that. So a good advice is to put it under your table, so you can only put things in there that you consciously throw in the bin. This is cool. Okay, I'm liking this a lot more. Yes. So with this guy, I'm going to use my strips. Wow, there's something so cool about this now. So I'm going to go back to my magazines for a second, because I want to get some contrasting colors, or I can actually lean in on it and keep using this. I'm intrigued. Let's cut out some leaves. We're going a little Matisse here. So, I mean, it's about trust, right? So I'm kind of just trusting that this will tell me something, and it will become a collage. And if it doesn't, that's a-okay. Again, I know where the bin is, and I can throw it away. But more than anything, it's kind of just trusting yourself to say, not quite. All right, so let's go back to the magazine. Let me go into this travel and leisure, because you know they have great photography. There's that yummy sensation. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. And remember, we have that other collage as well that I'm going to keep an eye out for, something to put on that. Newsletter. Yeah, I have a newsletter too, you guys. Join that. So beautiful. Oh, look at that. This I need. Because every time I see the moon, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time, and I'm like, I know you can relate. Okay, I like this water element. The fun thing about these elements is that you can really just be messy about it, right? See, I almost took my collage. Ooh, it's so cute. The more I see it, the more I like it, actually. It's also fun to play with textures, right? So if you tear, that gives it a different texture. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nicer. But I kind of like this space. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're getting somewhere, my friends. We're getting somewhere. Okay, let me throw away some stuff. Let me reposition myself. Ooh, okay. So talk to me. Chess review. Oh, look at that. That's already very collagey. Oh, look how beautiful. Look, it almost looks like weaving that checkerboard. And you can do that. That's a lot more work, but you can totally do that. How nice. What a fun insert. Okay. So let me get my box. Look what I found. Oh my goodness. Isn't that fun? These are really fun, but I don't know if there's enough contrast. Oh. So this is the fun part of keeping that box, right? Look at this. Amethyst. Dots. A lady. I think this is really cool. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna get my hole puncher. So because everything is so busy, don't be afraid to lean into that feeling of like overwhelming pattern, because then the things that are not so patterny become important. You hear that jazz? I hope you hear that jazz. Love that. Okay, so we're going into the more is more territory. Super cool. And then look at this. So you see, the more I add, the more layers build up, the less we see of the original images. So then if you're afraid of copyright infringement, that starts to fade away, which is good. So another thing that makes really good art is the layers, right? When you look at a painting and you see the layers of reds, the layers of blues, it adds so much to what's happening in the painting. So think of collaging in that way as well, and see where that takes you. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is kind of sweet. It's not really my style, but it's kind of sweet, right? There's a little border here. It kind of adds something. I think this one's almost done. Oh, beautiful. Oh no, look how gorgeous she is, but look how nice that is. That would be a fun thing to add, huh? All right, let's play with this. So sometimes I'm a little hesitant of using things like this because it's of a very particular culture and it's not always the best thing to appropriate, right? But let's play and see what comes of it. So I'm going to cut this like this, and I'm gonna do some rays. So I've done this before, be very careful. It's easy to get crazy and kind of just go ch-ch-ch-ch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away every other ray so that then that creates a radiant effect. Like she's shining. Okay, so let's do this. Kind of fun, right? Oh, Love for Sale. I think that's a Gershwin song, right? I want to sell the fantasy. I want to make sure there's no white there. Now the fun thing about this is that, again, this creates many layers all at once, right? And an interesting thing that's been happening with my collage artists that are taking the prompt weekly is that they are making collages and then all of a sudden realize that they are kind of layering the prompts. So one of the prompts had been bird cage, and the artist realized, oh, I'm using like this cage pattern in some of my other collages that I wouldn't have normally. That's kind of fun, right? And I've done the exact same thing. So it's kind of a fun thing to do, to play with. All right. Oh my goodness. This is really cool. So that's the trust you have to have, right? Like, okay, something's gonna come through. And look, it came through in spades. You know what? I think I need a color block there. That would be really fun. Or how about water? Would that be fun? Oh my goodness, yes, cool. I think we have a collage here. So let me put that there. She almost has that kind of Virgin Mary thing going on with the halo that I didn't really think about. So I think this is the collage. I have these little fun things. You know what? I'm just gonna use these. They're from some other project. But, you know, and they're very subtle, but, you know, it's a pop of color that is present. And I did that all crooked. And again, I'm not into perfection, but I at least want to sell the fantasy. I think I got that from RuPaul. I'm telling you, be careful what you watch, because everything you watch has a lasting effect on you. So don't watch the news. Stay informed, but you know, moderations, because then you're gonna be able to tell the weather. I don't know. Okay, so this is fun. All right, this one is done. Should we go back to the other one? Let's not leave it hanging. Where'd it go? Actually, it might have disappeared altogether. Here it is. Okay, so check. I mean, this is in itself is beautiful, but because I am a very figurative artist, meaning I'm very much interested in the figure, I'm gonna put that over there, I want to add a figure to this. And I think I know exactly. So again, when you're stuck, like I'm kind of like, I don't know where I want to go with this, you have done this before. So you can go look at your other collages, look at your Instagram feed, and think, all right, what are some of the things that have worked in the past? Birds, flowers, cars, whatever you've done. In my case, I know that my bird situation is very fun. So look at this. I mean, it's not an Audubon bird, but isn't he just precious? And I mean, but be careful not to rely on just the bird or you know, other people's art, because technically this is somebody else's magnificent painting, right? So we'll see how we can make it our own. It's always a balancing game, a balancing dance, right? And that's kind of the fun of it, really. Ooh, a little net. Okay, Mr. Bird, let's go. Gee, I even like all this, but you know what? I'm not going to take the leaves because that would take too much real estate on my collage. I'm using Elvis's phone for one of these cameras, and he's working right now. And he usually uses his phone for work, so I'm sure he's wondering what the heck's taking me so long. I'm making 2 collages. Okay, so let's do this. Again, we just want to give it some fantasy here. Some verisimilitude. I can't say that word. It means, it's like a $20 word that I can't use. It means reference to life, right? That looks like, oh, what else do we want? I mean, come on. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All right, you know what? That's my collage right there. Let me take out the little white strip here. So you see how that became the perfect background for almost anything, but the fact that we have our vocabulary that we can fall into creates a perfect opportunity. So this is my collage. You guys, I'm super happy you hung in there with me. I hope you're still there. I hope you are also asking yourself some very important collage-y questions. This is it. Thank you for joining me. You can find the collage prompts at Collage Dream, and I really hope you participate. It's a great way to support this passion project of ours, and it's a great way to learn. It's kind of like art school, only better and cheaper, and you get to keep the classes forever. So thank you for joining me. I am Luis Martin, the art engineer, and there is much adventure to be had in this Collage Dream. Ciao, friends.